Welcome back to Under the Tights, powered by the one and only Heroes Comics, right here in Fresno. It's Shaw and Highway 41. I'm Rash from the Morning Blaze, and this week we're doing a little bit of a different kind of thing. Normally on Under the Tights, I focus in on one hero and kind of give you their background, and this week what we're doing with so much going on is kind of giving you an overview of the landscape comics slash film and TV all in one today, because this is the week that Justice League hits movie theaters. I'm very, very excited about that. I've seen some reviews that are good and some that are not so much. We'll talk about the importance of this movie doing well for Warner Brothers and the future of DC movies. We're also going to talk about The Punisher, which comes out on Friday on Netflix, and how that is most likely the final Marvel Studios TV project that will be released on the Netflix streaming format. We'll actually start with that one. I don't know if you picked up on this or not. About a month or so ago, Disney, who is the intellectual property rights holder for all things Marvel, the mouse owns everything fun, I swear, announced that it was going to start its own online streaming service. So they're going to move all the Disney movies, all the Disney catalog, all of their cartoons, all of that, the vault, as Disney fans like to refer to it as, onto their online streaming services. Along with that would be all of their intellectual property rights, which would be Star Wars, and yes, Marvel Comics, which includes Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, the Thor movies, Hulk, all of those things, and yes, the Netflix TV shows, because Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, The Defenders, Punisher are all Marvel products, so therefore the mouse owns them too. There was some speculation as to whether or not this meant that those shows that are currently on Netflix would stay on Netflix and then be ported over, or if everything was just going to go over to Disney. Looks like everything is going over to Disney. So Punisher comes out on Friday, will be on Netflix because the Disney streaming service isn't up and running yet, but as soon as that service is up and running, the axe comes down on Netflix Marvel shows, which is really kind of a bummer. They've done a really, really good job, and it seemed like a good partnership to me anyway. People were really digging it, but that's why companies buy property rights, so that they can do this kind of thing. So, look forward to that and more updates as we get closer to Disney's streaming service. On one positive note about Disney's potential new streaming service, I shouldn't say potential, it's happening, Disney's upcoming streaming service, is that there is rumors that there's going to be a live-action Star Wars show. I'm excited about that, but I'm reserving my excitement because I've heard rumors of a live-action Star Wars TV show for years, and it always ends up just kind of being a carrot on a stick and never actually happens. If it does, it might make that service worth it. But man, now we're talking Netflix, Hulu, and a Disney service, plus my Xbox accounts. Who's got the money for that? I use those so I don't have to pay for cable. I don't need to be paying a cable bill for those services too. On to Justice League, which hits theaters this week. Tomorrow, if you're watching this on Wednesday, this is a very, very important movie for Warner Brothers. The studio behind Batman and Superman and Batman versus Superman and Wonder Woman. Really, with the exception of just Wonder Woman, these DC movies that have been presented by Warner Brothers have not fared very well to critics and fans. Now, I love them. I thought Batman vs. Superman, especially if you get the extended version, which kind of fills some of the plot holes, it was a really good movie. It was just long and, I think dark, and a lot of people were used to the fluff and popcorn that is the Marvel Studios pictures. They didn't get that, and then, like I said, with it being condensed to under 2.5 hours, there were some holes in the plot that kind of soured people on it. It's been rough going for them. If this movie doesn't do well, Justice League, there's rumor out there that the future plans they have for movies like The Flash, for example, they might just scrap altogether. And that would be a real bummer because I'm looking forward to that Flash movie. The movie currently doesn't have a director, and if the Justice League movie flops, they might axe that as well. So here's hoping this movie does well. I've read a few different reviews. The Vanity Fair review, they ripped this thing apart. But then I read a movie review from my friends at comicbooks.com who are kind of more in line with the way I look at things, and the guy loved it. So I don't know. I'm reserving judgment until I see it myself. I just know that if it doesn't do well, it doesn't bode well for the future of Aquaman, Flash, Green Lantern, all these movies coming up. Speaking of Green Lantern, that might have been the initial one that started on down this rocky road for Warner Brothers and DC. But anyway, lots of stuff going on this week. Don't get lost in the shuffle. I know you're trying to see Justice League and want to check out Punisher. You're trying to keep up to date on everything that's going on. If you haven't seen Thor yet, but pick up your books as well. It is New Comic Book Day. Heroes Comics, Shaw and Highway 41. It's where I go. It's where you should go too. All kinds of new stuff out today, including a lot of Justice League themed things. So if you're all hyped up for the movie, get down and see Dave at Heroes Comics. He'll point you in the right direction for everything you need to know about Justice League. What are we thinking? Is Green Lantern in this movie? I would have known by now, right? There's no way they would have been able to hide that forever if Green Lantern shows up. Maybe he shows up. I'm going to see it tomorrow, and I'll tell you all about it. Thanks for watching. Next week, we're back at it again. More of the normal take on Under the Tights, where I'll focus in on one character and give you their background. But a lot needed to be laid out for you today. Comments below for what you want to hear next week, and we'll talk to you then. Check out Heroes for New Comic Book Day.